Hello, welcome. I am Kristin Grayce McGary. I'm a health and lifestyle alchemist, as well as an Asian medical healthcare practitioner, acupuncturist, herbalist, homeopath, advanced craniosacral therapist. I offer functional medicine, especially functional blood chemistry analysis. In fact, my second book is on that topic, and it launches April 7th. It's called Know Your Blood, Know Your Health. I'm here today to continue empowering and inspiring you. And today I'd like to share my perspective of health and what is true health. Many people, and especially Western medicine, often approach health as a lack of disease. But I want to propose that health is actually more than that. Health has several different categories that I like to offer you. First is, health is vibrancy in your physical body. Health means you're strong, that you have a lot of energy. Health means that your joints feel strong. Health means your balance is good and stable. Health means your skin glows and is vibrant and supple. Health means that your brain works, your memory works. You can remember where you put your keys in your wallet. You remember where that little piece of paper is. Health is also digestive health. It means you're pooping really well, 2 to 3 times a day, 1 for every meal you eat. Health means you're peeing well. It means you pee 6 to 8 times during the day and you don't get up at night. Health means your immune system is functioning well, optimally. It means it can fight off the bad guys and continue to create an environment for the good guys in your gut. Health means that your vision is strong. Health means that your voice is strong and stable and solid, and that you can express yourself with words and emotion that speak your highest truth from a balanced place, rather than from a place of fear or anger or indignation or resentment. You come from a higher place. This also is health. Health is that you can say yes and you can say no from a balanced place, rather than a no, I don't want that, I resist that. Instead, it's a no, that's just not in alignment with who I am. Or your yeses are yeses not based on, say, addiction or craving or fear, but they're yeses that come from your higher self, that feel in alignment with your values. This is also health. What are other things that represent health? So we've talked a lot about the physical body and your strength and your stamina, your ability to sleep well, for your immune system to be well. Health is also balanced hormones. But what else is health? Well, in my world, health also means healthy relationships. It also means healthy communication skills. It also means healthy listening skills. I'm curious, what is health to you? Please write some comments below. What is health to you? Whether it's health in your body or health in your relationships. My next piece of health is health in your home. What does health look like in your home? I'll give you some examples. Health in my home looks like I only use natural cleaning products. It means that I compost. It means that I avoid plastics whenever possible. It means I don't bring chemicals into my home to put on my skin or to put in my body. It means that I turn the Wi-Fi off at night before I go to sleep, so that all night long I don't have Wi-Fi signal impacting my energy, my nervous system, my field. what are other things that could create a healthy home for you? Type some below. I'm curious to hear how that is for you and what your ideas are. But this is all part of health. So health is more than just the absence of disease. Here's some more. Let's take this a little further. Health is also the health of your family. So it's not just how my body's doing. It's not only how my environment is doing, but also the people living with me, the people around me, the health of my family immediately, but also the health of my community. So health is so much more than just what I eat. Health is also about relationships, my home, my family, my community. And we can even take this further. How about we consider the health of the land we live on? How is this a reflection of our own inner health, our own inner world, our ecosystem within? And how can we step up in a new way to upgrade how we take care of the land we live on? And we can take that to the next level. What about looking at the global community and all of Earth? How are you positively upgrading and impacting the land around you, the Earth, the global community? These are questions I invite you to contemplate today. And as we consider health in a much broader perspective, rather than just the absence of disease in this physical body, or I should say diagnosed disease in this physical body. I'll explain what I mean by that in just a moment. Let's sit and be still for just a few minutes. Whether we live in the concrete jungle or next to a park or a mountain, there is life all around us. We are breathing oxygen and drinking flowing water. So do your best today to connect with that life and check in with your health. Your health in a larger perspective. I'll move next to the diagnosis of disease and how this has commonly been used as a marker of health or non-health. But there are plenty of subclinical challenges or symptoms that you're very likely experiencing in your physical body or as stressors in your world, in your community, in your life. There's a lot going on in the world right now. And this can teach us something about health. So these subclinical or not yet diagnosed imbalances are usually not diagnosed because things aren't bad enough yet. The lab markers that your doctor might be looking at or your naturopath is looking at isn't in the red zone yet. However, that's not necessarily a true marker of health. So in my second book, Know Your Blood, Know Your Health, it's about functional blood chemistry analysis. It comes out April 7th. I'm very, very excited about it, and it's going to be really, really empowering to you and give you a lot of information so that you can be a better informed consumer of your health and life and be able to speak to your doctor differently and understand what's going on inside your body instead of just guessing. So what happens in functional blood chemistry analysis is I have a very unique way of both ordering and interpreting a lab. So if your doctor can't or won't order a specific lab that is very comprehensive, it has about 70 markers plus a urinalysis, then I work under several doctors to order these for you and interpret them in a very unique way. My reference ranges are different. The current reference ranges on your lab are actually based on illness, whereas the reference ranges I'm using are based on health. So if you fall within the more narrow reference ranges of health, we can be more certain that you're truly healthy physically. Now, if you fall outside my more narrow reference ranges, then we can act preventatively before you have a diagnosed disease pattern. And let's say you have symptoms and maybe you already have a diagnosis of a thyroid disorder and you take medication, or of diabetes or insulin resistance. Then, rather than only treating the symptom, you can add addressing the root of what's really going on. And it's often physical, emotional, spiritual, nutritional, could be around the health in your environment. It could be around the health of how you think, of what your belief systems are, and are they really serving your highest good? So a little bit more on that can be found on my website, guthappyketo.com, guthappyketo.com. I have blogs that are free for you to read and gain a ton of information and empowerment so you can be an informed consumer. If you have other questions, you can feel free to reach out to me. You can go ahead and write something down below and let me hear from you. Let me hear if you have questions or concerns about everything going on in your life, in your world, in your body, excuse me, in your communities right now. And I'm here to empower you as much as I can with everything that I've learned over the past several decades of study and clinical experience. So thank you so much for joining me. Oh, I have one more thing I wanted to share. I forgot. I want to share a little bit more about the COVID-19 virus and the shutdown and lockdowns that many of us are on around the world, and that I continue to encourage you to please, please, please isolate in order to unburden the current healthcare systems around the world. On that note, I would like to speak about another opportunity to upgrade your health. And one way to do that is through self-care. And self-care can have many different forms. So find what works for you, given your current situation, where you live, where you're isolated, who's in the house with you. I invite you to get very creative and silly and do things maybe like a child would do, with a kind of innocence and freedom and joy. Perhaps you want to color. Perhaps you want to do some yoga poses. Perhaps you're doing Deepak Chopra's 21-day abundance meditation like I am. Perhaps you're playing music or dancing in the living room. Perhaps you want to take a hot bath with some lavender essential oils and burn some candles. Perhaps you'd like to take a walk in nature, walk your dog, cuddle your animal. Find ways to do self-care that you may not have been doing up until now. This is a time to upgrade your self-love. Cooking. I have several new patients that have come to me and say, I hate cooking. And so we have a conversation about that. So I invite you, what's one thing you could make for yourself today as an act of self-love, as an act of self-nourishment? As many people in the world are feeling afraid, we forget to feed ourselves, not just our physical bodies, but our souls. And so I invite you, how are you going to feed yourself today? And how is it going to be in your highest good? If you're having a craving for chocolate and ice cream, that's not your highest good. That's the kind of craving that's coming from a different unmet need. And I can speak to that on a different Facebook Live. Perhaps tomorrow or later this week or weekend, we may do a process to empower you around some of those cravings you might be having while you're stressed. But for now, discover acts of self-love. Dr. Darren Weissman has a great grouping of acts of self-love: water, food, rest, exercise, owning your power, and then I like to add joy and laughter. These are acts of self-love that you can do almost for free every single day. And so in this crazy time, how are you creating your own stability through acts of self-love? Please contemplate this and bring it into your awareness and have fun with it. I look forward to sharing more with you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me, and be well. Bye for now.